didn't hit the go live button on YouTube this morning. Unbelievable. So the whole show has been live on Facebook. And yeah, man, that's bad that I did that. Hey, welcome everybody. Real quick, we'll kind of reset. If you're watching us on YouTube, I screwed up. We didn't go live on YouTube at the proper time. We have been live on Facebook. When this show's over, I will I'll swap out the video from Facebook so you can check out everything that we've talked about so far during the show. I'm Jim Sinicropi. It's the Upstate Hoops Podcast. Yeah, this is what happens when you're up late trying to prepare things for the show, and then up early as well and do all this work, and then you don't hit the go live button. Sitting here in our Mechanic Street studio, fingerlakes1.com, instead of the main studio. So apologize to all you folks that have been waiting for this show on YouTube. Again, the entirety of the show is on Facebook, so when we're done with this stream here on YouTube, on Finger Lakes 1, we'll swap in the Facebook video so you can check it out. But for now, we are live on YouTube, and we'll continue the show and go from there. So we're talking about the Class B1 boys bracket. I'll throw that up again for you. That's A2 actually. And you see Pelmac as a 4 seed, and Wayne, as I mentioned, not sure if they're a 1 or a 2 seed, because they're exactly tied. So, and again, if you're just joining us, the boys bracket's still not posted online, so what we're showing you here is actually unofficial. And the girls brackets have been posted, so I would consider those official. So let's move on to Class B2. And B2 boys. You won't find a Wayne Finger Lakes team until you get to Minders as the 6th seed. And then Williamson is the 8th seed, being thrown to the Wolves in North Star Christian, the top seed. And all season long with this particular classification, I've been talking about, and a lot of people have been talking about how it's unfair that North Star Christian and CG Finney are in B2 somewhat arbitrarily, make it real difficult for a team like Minders or Wellsville, more difficult to compete with the schools of their sizes and try to win a sectional title. So, with that being said, I don't see why Minders can't beat CG Finney or North Star Christian. CG Finney has 2 losses on the season. They do have Marcus Robinson, who's an unbelievable player. But again, they have a couple losses on the season. And North Star Christian has a loss. It was a 12-point loss to Finney. North Star Christian and Finney, both really good teams. But this is a test for like a Minders and the Finger Lakes East. A lot of people said the Finger Lakes East is a little down this year. Minders, who finished middle of the pack, I think at 4-3 and 3 or 4-3 in the league standings, maybe a chance to show that, hey, the Finger Lakes East is stronger than we thought if they can pull out a victory here. I don't like just casting them off because North Star Christian was placed in their bracket, but we've seen it so often before where North Star Christian will meet a Wayne Finger Lakes team in the final and various classifications. So, again, there's no reason this Minders team can't make a run. You're always going to play tough teams in sectional finals. And so I think the time to complain about North Star or Finney being in B2 is past. And the time to go out and try to win a sectional title, if your Minders Academy has arrived. They certainly have the depth, senior leadership, talent, size. I mean, what is it that this Minders team would lack to win a sectional title this year by this time next week? Maybe the chemistry? I don't think they've ever really clicked completely. They've had some good wins. They've had some bad losses. But, a short season, sometimes it takes in any season, it takes a little time to build chemistry. So maybe they're coming in together at the right time now. But they'll open up if this is the other thing that's really difficult based on where they got seated. If this holds, and I believe this bracket would be most accurate, there's less chances for issues. But they got to go to Wellsville Monday night. So I don't know if you've been to Wellsville. We went last year to broadcast a game between Minders and Wellsville, and it's a long drive. I mean, just shy of 3 hours to get there. Monday night game. It's another layer of difficulty, another hurdle, I suppose, that Minders would have to overcome. And why are we talking about a 6 seed like this? Well, first of all, like I said, I think they're legitimate contenders. We'll find out. We could be wrong on Monday night before we go to bed. We might say, "Oh yeah, I guess they're not contenders." Or we go to bed Monday night. They're driving home from Wellsville, probably getting back into town around 1 a.m. I say, yeah. So if Miners can beat Wellsville Monday night, we're going to really look forward to the game against likely C.G. Finney on Wednesday night, and then you survive in advance. So there is your B2 bracket for the boys. And with that, we should be moving on. I'll take one more look at B1, and now let's move on to the C brackets. And let's start with the girls. C1 girls. All Wayne County first round matchup. East Rochester Lions. Look, East Rochester's really good, guys. East Rochester is really good. This would be a major upset from Lions, who is playing better after restarting after putting their season on pause for 10 days. But Lions will have to go to East Rochester. East Rochester has size, experience. They got talent. They got a freshman point guard that's been great. Going to be a tall task for the Lions, Lady Lions, but that's a all Wayne County first round matchup between the top seed East Rochester Bombers and Lions. And then you got out of the West, Liz Royston's Marcus Whitman Lady Wildcats coming at the 5 seed, a good 4-5 game against Alexander. If they can survive, they'll get a shot at East Rochester or potentially Lions. And then as we move down through the bracket, you see a number 7 seed Gannett, a tough 7 seed though, a team that's played much better past couple weeks to kind of play themselves into the top 8, and so they'll have to travel to Avon for their first round game. Looking at the C2 Girls Championship tournament, you see Dundee Bradford. Great season except for the fact that they couldn't beat, as nobody could, the South Seneca Lady Falcons in the Finger Lakes West schedule. But they come in as a 3 seed. And you see Clyde as a 5 seed. And Red Creek up there, they should have been colored red. You see him as an 8 seed, which is great because this means Izzy Wilbur's great high school career is extended for at least one more game. They'll travel to Pavilion. And in this particular bracket too, you're saying we got Finger Lakes West teams, we got some middle of the road Wayne County teams. You know, how do the leagues stack up with these other leagues? You know, is Dundee Bradford, despite having a successful season in the West, going to get, lose by 20 to Geneseo, a 6 seed, or are they going to win by 20? You know, it's difficult to gauge which leagues are some of these matchups because there was never any crossover games between the leagues. You're all playing in league. So, Clyde was great in Wayne County, kind of stumbled home into the postseason. At one point, they were as high as a 2 seed in C2. But, how would Wayne County's league stack up against, teams like Bolivar, Richford? We're going to find out. 4-5 game. And who's to say that if Clyde doesn't advance, that they aren't every bit as good as a Pavilion team? Because, like I said, we can't gauge it because none of these teams played out of league this year, the past 4 weeks, this month, I should say, shortened season. And then Oakfield, Alabama, the Hornets, perennially strong girls basketball program, come in as the 2 seed. So these first round games will be Monday And that was C1 and C2 girls. Let's look at C1 and C2 boys. This was one of the brackets that we were most highly anticipating for sure, heading into this season. Lions top seed. They're going for 4 straight sectional titles, and they're going to be at home at the Atwood Gymnasium every step of the way through the finals. Heavily favored, undefeated, but look who they got to play in the first round game. The team that probably gave them the most trouble, single-digit finals, East Rochester. Actually, I shouldn't say single-digit finals. I think one of the games finished it in single digits margin, and one was 12 or 14. But they were close games into the fourth quarter. Not saying that Lions doesn't come in heavily favored, especially playing at home. But if there is one team in their league to play that, again, seems to match up well with them, it's East Rochester. So no gimme in the first round for Lions. Then, look at this. Gananda Marcus Whitman playing semifinals again, unofficially because the official bracket's not posted yet. And I'm just checking again, as I've done like every 5 minutes during this show. And they are not posted yet. But this is likely to be, because these brackets were created through the sectional point standings, and Gananda Marcus Whitman, 4-5 game. They played in the semifinals last year of sectionals and it was a great game at Newark High School. And so they're going to renew this, and Marcus Whitman has to go to Gananda. Now, Marcus Whitman played their regular season in the Finger Lakes East, and a tough league. If they played, first of all, if they played in the West, they would be the 2 seed for sure, maybe the 1 seed, because they probably wouldn't have lost a game. Maybe HAC would have got them. I don't know. If they played in Wayne County, they would certainly be a higher seed than I think Gananda, based on what we've seen. But they played in the tough Finger Lakes East. They lost some games, and that means they're going to go on the road to Gananda. But if I know Greg O'Connor and his squad, they're just going to take it as an extra challenge, and they're going to go try to get that win at Gananda. And then a matchup we've anticipated all season long could happen in the semifinals on Thursday. Marcus Whitman against Lions in the semifinals at the Atwood Gymnasium. Yeah, that would be one that would get us really excited for a chance to go to the finals. And then you look at the bottom half of the bracket. Number 2, Avon, really strong squad. Likely favorites to get to the finals. Red Jacket boys going to have to pull an upset at Canisteo Greenwood, and if they did, their reward would be likely a game at Avon. So tough road to hoe for Red Jacket at the bottom of that bracket, with all these Wayne Finger Lakes teams at the top of the bracket. But potential, no matter who wins those first round games up top, it's going to be a great semifinal matchup. And I don't want to say, I don't want to assume it will be Marcus Whitman, because we saw how great a game those two teams played last year, and Gananda is certainly capable. What a point guard battle in that game. Jordan Lehue and Andrew Gabbard squaring off. So, yeah, this is a really interesting bracket, and one that we're obviously going to keep a close eye on as the week goes on. How about, I think we've gone through all the brackets. We got one more to go. Right there. C2. And in Class C2, the number 2 seed is Harley Allendale Columbia, the Wolves. Max Brown and company, great season. We didn't have you on our radar preseason. It took us about 2 weeks, and great job earning a number 2 seed, playing out of the Finger Lakes West. and they're going to have a tough matchup. And this again goes to that conversation about league versus league. Clyde Savannah in this game against HAC really has represented the Wayne County League. A lot of people have been down on Wayne County, with lines just rolling through saying Wayne County is down. But if Clyde Savannah, a team that I believe finished fourth, they finished fourth in Wayne County in the standings, and then lost in the first round of the Wayne County tournament to boot. If they could beat the Wayne Finger Lakes West champ, a 2 seed in this tournament, that would say a lot about Wayne County as opposed to the Finger Lakes West. Either way, the winner of that game would face the winner of Oakfield, Alabama, and Dundee. Dundee, a pretty strong boys team. That would be a potential, if Dundee could upset Oakfield, Alabama, that would be a potential Wayne Finger Lakes semifinal. And then up top of the bracket, though, Cal Mum. That's the thing. Really good Cal Mum program and team, heavily favored in this bracket. They would have to take on York or Geneseo after the first round game. And then, you're looking at a final, maybe Cal Mum, Clyde Savannah, Cal Mum, HAC, Cal Mum, Oakfield, Alabama, or Cal Mum, Dundee. Those games kick off Tuesday night. So, we just did make it all the way through the brackets, and oh my God, I'm so sorry to our YouTube viewers. We never did the final step to take us live on YouTube. The whole show has been streaming live on Facebook, and we'll put that video up on fingerlakes1.com and get the whole video hopefully up to YouTube. But crazy, but not making excuses. Was up really late last night preparing for this show, and then up again early this morning with the fingers crossed that we would get brackets posted. But again, as of 11 o'clock right now, as I'll just check again, no brackets on the boys' side. Girls' side, all taken care of. Brackets up. I double-checked them against our work that we did to prepare the brackets for the show today, and there was a couple changes. So the brackets you saw from the boys' side, unofficial. The girls' side during our show today were official. So take with a grain of salt everything you saw on the boys' side. There might be a change or two because, like I said, there was actually a change or two on the girls' side based on the brackets we built from the final sectional point standings. That could happen for various reasons. But with that being said, as soon as we get offline here for this show, we'll work on or you can go to our Facebook page and just watch the whole episode from there. But we're going to work on getting that video over onto fingerlakes1.com and onto our YouTube channel. Probably delete this video. Pretty upset with myself for screwing that up on what traditionally is our biggest episode of the season. But things have been hard this year for everybody, and I think we're all grateful that we were able to have such a great 4 weeks of high school basketball, even though it looked a lot different. And now hoping to have a great sectional week. 1 week sectionals, 3 rounds, 1 week. By this time next week, it'll all be over. We'll have sectional champions crowned. And, looking forward to it. Like I said, it's going to be different, but it's going to be awesome. No exact word yet on our plans on what we're doing to cover the sectional season, although you can guarantee we're going to be covering it pretty closely. We'll have brackets posted. We'll have results posted nightly. But, will we be broadcasting some live games? Probably. Semifinals, finals. But as I mentioned off the top of the show, there is a lot of considerations and frustrations in trying to do that. Perhaps a game night live for the first 2 rounds, which should be pretty awesome. A lot of games going on. So for the boys brackets on Monday, it'll be the B and D games, and the girls on Monday will be the A and C classes playing, and then Tuesday night first round games for the boys will be A's and C's, and for the girls it'll be B's and D's. So I don't know if you follow me there, but we'll have the full schedule posted by the end of the night tonight. We'll have everything set to go. Sectionals are here. Again, grateful that they were able to play. Didn't look like it until very late January when the word came down that we were going to have high school basketball and what it was going to look like. And, grateful, as I said before, that we're able to enjoy the last 4 weeks of basketball. And there's been a lot of good things that came out of this season. For one, webcasts everywhere. You can watch any game from the comfort of your own home. We never had that before. That's something that should continue forward into next season. Another thing that happened, I think we're going to have to, it might make us reevaluate a little bit about how sectionals are run. Are we going to keep it an open sectionals as it has been in the past? Or maybe, you do have to qualify for sectionals. I don't know if that's something that's under discussion, but it certainly made the regular season a lot more interesting than usual. Having to be top 8. I'm not saying maybe top 8, but maybe they cut it off at top 10 or 12 for sectionals going forward. But as I mentioned, going to be a great week, great season. Good luck to all you high school basketball players and coaches and parents over the next 6 days starting tomorrow. Going to be a lot of games. Seasons are going to be advanced for 2 days or be over after each round, and excited to see what it feels like in a small high school gym for a sectional championship game with limited fans. It will be different, but the banners that get hung on the gym's walls will be just as legitimate and real as the ones next to them. So, as I said, good luck. Thanks for being with me here on the Upstate Hoops Podcast Sectional Preview Edition. Again, apologize to our YouTube viewers. Hop over to our Facebook page, watch the entire episode, or wait about half an hour, and we'll have that all posted on FingerLakes1.com. So, connect with us on Twitter, at FingerLakes1. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Our audio-only podcast is available on iTunes and Stitcher.com, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts. Archive episodes available at FingerLakes1.com, and this podcast airs weekly on Sunday night on Finger Lakes TV, Spectrum Channel 1304. You can also find our show, live stream games, and local news, weather, and sports 24/7 on the free FingerLakes1.com Android or iPhone app. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you for the start of postseason tomorrow night, Monday night. It all gets underway. Thanks for watching the Upstate Hoops Podcast, and have a great Sunday, everybody.